Hey, it's Shani from Wild at Heart. Mouse was left behind when his guardian moved to Florida. He ended up at a rescue that already had too many animals. So he was kept in a cage in a room with other cats and dogs. He was there for a few months, and in the beginning, he was affectionate, but quite quickly he started swatting, hissing, lunging, and biting. I took him into our behavior program at our shelter. So, how did I get from this
It's okay.
to this?
Hi. Hi.
I admit that I made assumptions when I first met Mouse. We gave him a really big room to himself. I assumed that once he had more space, he would quickly feel more comfortable because I was told he previously was a total lab cat. And in the beginning, staff and volunteers were actually able to interact with him, but we pushed him too fast and too far. Because Mouse quickly shut down, and I believe it was just too much too soon.
You're a good baby. I know you're scared. It's okay. You're safe here. Bye-byes. Mouse, mouse.
So I created a behavior plan that would enable volunteers and staff to work with him that was not stressful to him and safe for us. His behavior plan was all encompassing. Though these are listed as 5 steps, they are not necessarily in a particular order. They all happened off and on throughout our time together with Mouse. First thing I did was give Mouse a lot of space. I brought him food, I tried to give him treats without disturbing him, and I never ever tried to touch him. Giving Mouse space enabled him to feel safe. Next, we set Mouse up for success. We modified his environment, got creative with toys and tools, didn't have any expectations, and always allowed him to make the choice to interact with us. This clip shows the first time Mouse ever came out of hiding. As you can see, I feel a little uncomfortable. For over a month, he would swat and try to bite me if I got anywhere near him, so I just was not expecting this. Usually, I would go in fully covered and not have any bare skin. I just had no idea that this was the moment he was actually going to come out and rub up against me. You can tell that he senses my uncomfortableness.
You. Good boy. It's okay. It's okay.
Modify, compromise, and get creative. He looked like he wanted to be pet, but if you tried to pet him, he would swat and try to bite you. So instead of trying to continually force myself on him, I purchased one of these long neck brushes. It gave him some distance from me, but also enabled him to rub up against it if he wanted to. I also held toys in place, and I used the end of a wand toy to hand feed him versus putting my fingers in danger. Next, I found his motivators. What does he really love that I'm going to pair myself with? And just like humans, his motivations change day by day. So one day Mouse might have been motivated by treats, while the other day he might have been more into playing. Then I started expanding his world, making him feel safe and enabling him to make the choice to come out of hiding. And once he's out of hiding, to use those motivators to further encourage him to open his mind and heart to new things. Finally is desensitizing and counter conditioning. Desensitizing is simply exposing someone to something that might be aversive in small amounts and very gradually. Counter conditioning is using something that's really positive while exposing them to that aversive thing. So, in most cases, you want to use desensitization and counter conditioning together. I knew for some time that Mouse wanted to get in my lap, but I wasn't yet comfortable enough and I didn't feel like he was ready either. But then I just took the plunge, released my fear, and he was the happiest he'd ever been. Once he was on my lap, that's all he really wanted. Our sessions became me just sitting doing normal everyday things and him laying on me and rolling over in silly ways. And then I was able to pet him. It's always safest to pet a cat from behind versus reaching over their head.
Oh. Someone's gonna come for you, love, love. Yes, I promise.
I promised Mouse that someone would come adopt him, and they did. He is literally living his best life. Thank you so much for watching, And thank you for giving cats like Mouse a chance. Mouse was wild at heart, and he fought against his confinement, and he fought for his freedom. Let's keep cats wild at heart. Let's set them up for success, and let's find them the best placement possible. Please like, subscribe, share, and follow.